I bet you've been playing PSO2 all this time without the knowledge that it had been censored in its official international release, right? Episode 4 of the highly successful MMO launched last month on August 5th, 2020, bringing with it a brand new story with a brand new cast of characters, including the flaming-haired Hitsugi, a key character throughout the story going forward. This is where I started playing the game several years ago, back when Episode 4 was current content in Japan. That is where, to me, the game got really exciting. But I know Episode 4 also upset a lot of people, kind of like Star Ocean Till the End of Time did, and for valid reason. But at the same time, I noticed that the localized iteration of her introduction was significantly different to what I recall. Before we go any further though, I do have to stop the video here though to let you all know that there are spoilers ahead. We also stream PSO2 over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MMObyte, if you want to come on over and join us or join our alliance. We have one set up. So, in the original Japanese version, Hitsugi turns around to find a completely unclothed Al behind her. I mean, yeah, the English version was also missing the clock in the background over there. I honestly don't know the reasoning behind the removal of that, but it's worth noting that the English version of the game has Al completely dressed. Now, if I recall, and it has been a little while since I played through Episode 4's story, so I am a little hazy on the details here, and once again, spoiler alert, there was a battle and Al ended up getting separated from Hitsugi within PSO2 and was transported with only his body to her bedside. Clothing would not have been provided for him and was completely unnecessary. Like, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, as he was literally generated on her bed at that very moment. Hitsugi in the Japanese version freaked out as she had a naked guy in her bed. This was a very understandable reaction that had to be altered in the international release of the game with dialogue concerning his visible equipment and general state of being no longer being of concern because, I mean, well, he was fully clothed, which honestly changes the entire feel of the scene and the purpose behind her surprise. Now, I know that translations are often altered to suit a Western audience all the time in English localized games, but this changes an integral part of the game, Al's introduction and their very first meeting. This wasn't it though, and credit to the Censored Gaming and Voices of PSO2 YouTube channels for finding this next scene, as I actually had no idea that it even existed, let alone was removed. Or even more so than just this scene, the next 3 scenes. See, over the course of Episode 4, there are actually several different cutscenes completely removed in their entirety from the game. These cutscenes are all concerning bathing with other characters, which is actually pretty commonplace in Japanese media. You find it all the time in JRPGs and anime series, as I'm sure you're all well versed in. What's worth noting is that these scenes, while present in the Japanese version and removed within the English version, were actually completely translated and dubbed into English with the official voice actors, meaning that they had at one point contemplated leaving them in-game uncensored in all their glory, but then later opted to remove them for, I don't know, whatever reason. And like, honestly, they're not even bad. I'm gonna take a moment here and just go through the 3 of them briefly to give you an example of what they entail.
I don't like this.
Just hold your horses and deal.
Huh? What's this soft thing?
The first scene involves a blindfolded Al, Hitsugi, and Kori. Al doesn't know anything about male or female anatomy, as he's what, like minutes old, days old? But as one would expect, various ecchi scenes ensue. I'll provide links to each of these videos in the description below so that you can watch them through entirely, but do be aware that the lip syncing is atrocious for these scenes. The second scene actually involves Phalag, Oak, Fool, Hitsugi, and Kori all in the bath together. This time things get quite heated, and all 5 girls end up talking about, you know, what most of you guys would expect them to talk about.
How did your chest get big like that? I would like to do the same.
It's not like I did anything special.
What did you eat? What did you think? What did you do? What should I do? Tell me, please.
But Phalag's bust is bigger than mine. Wouldn't it be better to ask her?
Boobs, size, shape, everything. This is a scene that I know for a fact, and you guys cannot deny this, that you are gonna want to go see. And the third scene involves Enga, Higeth, Aratron, and Al. Yeah, all 4 guys in the bath. Now, this is not nearly as interesting to watch as the last 2, specifically with the one with all the girls, but the guys are talking about, well, surprisingly, boobs.
So you like girls with small racks, then?
I didn't say I like anything, and you damn well better stop being disrespectful.
Yeah. All three bathing cutscenes have the exact same general focus, the same theme. The first scene actually has Al touching the girls inappropriately by accident, or maybe it wasn't by accident actually. You know what, we might be onto something. Al might just be a really perverted, several minute, day old, I don't even know, is he a human? Like, is he a game character? I don't know. I never played far enough to have him like fully classified like his race. The second scene has all 5 girls discussing their various bust size, how to go about increasing it, or the validity of having larger or smaller boobs. Like, it is a weird scene. And then the third scene is, again, just the guys and talking about boobs. And crushes I think they have on various girls. I honestly got a chuckle out of all 3 of them, but I do understand that they are not for everyone. In episode 4, chapter 5, Hitsugi as part of the story is depicted without clothes just as Al was. And while nothing can actually be seen, literally nothing at all, since it's at an almost above the shoulder angle, they decided to alter the scene and have Hitsugi fully clothed for it. While to my knowledge this does not impact the scene like having Al appear declothed, and it is not like removing entire cutscenes like the bathing scenes earlier, it's interesting seeing how many things they've actually changed concerning the internationally localized version of the game. When the MMO was released earlier this year, they had censored the ability to make lolly characters by increasing the minimum height you could make your characters. This incited quite a bit of outrage from the lolly loving community, but from what I've seen, it wasn't to a degree that really warranted nearly as much hate as it did. A little upset or irritation, sure. Nobody likes having things censored. Nobody likes having the customization limited, but I mean, you know, that was a bit extreme. I think in total it was maybe by like a few centimeters or a few inches. But as far as I can tell, at least up until episode 4 or the beginning of episode 5, that is all the censorship that is currently present within PSO2 right now. Now, they very well might censor other parts of episode 5 or the upcoming episode 6 releasing later this year in the 4th quarter, but we're gonna have to wait and see. I guess I will keep all of you guys updated with more info going into the future, as I know there are still plenty of you playing PSO2 currently, and even more of you excited for New Genesis. Now, that is it for this video. This is actually the very first episode in a brand new episodic video series I plan on doing called Do You Know Gaming? These videos are going to feature, I don't know, like smaller, more interesting little like tidbits of information, I guess, that you may not have been privy to concerning various different MMOs in the scene. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comment section below, and let me know if you want me to continue it. Let me know just generally what you thought of it. Let me know what you thought of PSO2 being censored, or if you even knew that the game was censored. I would love to hear from all of you. I would love to have you all over on Twitch. But anyway, guys, that is it for me. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to go and subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this, and I'll see all of you guys next time.
So